I have often come across videos where people, and they have been passed on by my students, where people make blanket statements like if the north of northeast NNE is not good, then there can be kidney enlargement, you can have issues, you can have diabetes, or if the east of southeast is not good, there is problem in the kitchen and a person can have issues with diabetes. See, these are blanket statements and to a certain extent they are correct, but this is half knowledge. Why do I say that? Because if you see that if the kitchen in somebody's house is not well placed, there is affliction. If the north of northeast there is an issue, or if there is an issue in the east of southeast, what does it create? What problems can happen? Well, in the house certain people can have diabetes, but not everybody is having diabetes. So, giving a blanket statement is not correct, because as I feel and as I have experienced, we would understand that it is only if your chart, that is the astrological chart, is in synchronicity with the Vastu of the house, be it for good or for the bad. In this case, when we are talking about the diseases of diabetes, it is not for a very healthy situation. Then anything that is affecting you when you are living in a certain space can only happen if your chart is in synchronicity with that space. You will find that in a house of 4 people, 5 people, only one person can have diabetes, while the other 4 are not affected. Why is it so? Because that kitchen or that north of northeast, that place may be showing the defection, and the chart for that person can also show the promise of diabetes. If there is no promise of diabetes in the chart of the other 4 people, and there is still an issue with the kitchen or the east of southeast and the north of northeast, then the person may have certain intolerance for sugar, but will definitely not have diabetes. So, the component of Astro Vastu, that is your chart with the Vastu of the place, needs to tally. If that does not tally, well, there will not be diabetes. Now, when I am talking about the chart, looking at the chart, I have made many videos on what can be the purpose or what can give you the diabetes. You can see that those videos. Let us look at it from a different perception of Astro Vastu. So, in Astro Vastu, we take Jupiter to be the Brahmasthan. In Vastu, we take Jupiter to be the Brahmasthan. And in Astro Vastu also, we are considering the placement of Jupiter to be the Brahmasthan. The northeast is none other than the side of Sagittarius, which represents your Jupiter also and the northeast direction also. Venus is also representative of, because Venus, and when we are talking about Astro Vastu, let us talk about southeast direction also, which is also important for diabetes. So, that southeast direction is represented by Pisces, and you need to see Taurus sign also, because Taurus sign is representing of the northwest direction. Why are we taking northwest direction? Because moon in Vastu represents the northwest direction, which talks about the enzymes in our body. Venus, the Shukra, is important because it is also a part of the enzymes and also the hormones in our body which regulate, and we all know insulin is an hormone. Jupiter represents sweetness, is the karaka of the sweetness, and hence as it represents the northeast direction, that direction becomes important for us. Now, when we are talking about Vastu and Astro Vastu, we are taking the Vastu components in our chart and we are looking into it. And if these components, that is Jupiter, Venus, Moon, the signs of Sagittarius, Pisces and Taurus, if they show affliction of certain kind, we can very well say that this person has a problem with sugar. There is problem in their house, okay, in their personal space, and that is why they are suffering from something called the sugar. So let's do two charts. This is a Cancer Lagna chart. Here you see that first and foremost, when we talk about the Brahmasthana, which is Jupiter, Jupiter is in the 12th house. It shows loss, but it is not afflicted in a great degree. Let's talk about the northeast, that is the sign of Sagittarius. The sign of Sagittarius is being aspected by its own lord, that is Jupiter, and there is not much affliction in the sign of Sagittarius. Now let's see the sign of Pisces and also Venus. When we talk about the sign of Pisces, you see that in Pisces there is Ketu sitting there, and Venus is debilitated on the Rahu-Ketu axis with another Krur Graha, that is Sun. So the sign of Pisces is gone, and that is highly afflicted, and there is also Venus which is debilitated and with Krur Graha, so highly afflicted. Let's talk about the northwest, that is Taurus. Taurus is being aspected by Saturn, Taurus is being aspected by Rahu, and Moon, that is another component that we need to look at, is debilitated. The person has diabetes, it is something running in the family for the person, and there are other people living in that same house, but the others do not have diabetes. This specific person has diabetes. Just my way of telling you that until and unless the chart is afflicted in as per Astro Vastu, the person will not, the others will not be afflicted, the person will not be afflicted. Again, let us look into the second chart. Okay, in this second chart that we are talking about, again a Cancer Lagna Kundali, again Ketu in the Lagna, in the 9th house, that is in the sign of Pisces. Here Venus is sitting with Ketu. So Venus again is afflicted because it is on the Rahu-Ketu axis. When we look at Jupiter, the Brahmasthana component, Jupiter is again, where is it placed? It is placed in the 12th house. It is with Mars. This Jupiter is afflicted, and you will see not a high affliction, but it is definitely afflicted, and you will see that the sign of Pisces, the sign of Sagittarius is also afflicted due to the presence of Mars together with Jupiter and aspecting the sign of Pisces. Now let us talk about the moon. The moon, as you see, is being aspected by Rahu, and the sign of Taurus is again being aspected by Rahu and Saturn. So what does it all say? It says that this person, because the northeast is gone, because the southeast of the Kundali is gone, because the northwest of the Kundali is again afflicted, the person should show signs of diabetes, and the person has diabetes. There are 3 other persons living in that family in itself, where one person again has hereditary issues with diabetes but is not diabetic. I repeat, if your home shows signs of diabetes, it will not be the only component giving you diabetes until and unless it is your Astro Vastu component showing that you are capable of getting that disease. Do let us know how you found that video, and till we meet with you again, stay safe.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.